Totally get you, and I'm glad that we're having this chat just a day after Women's Day, and there's a lot of young ladies who are our audiences, and also hustlers. There's a lot of entrepreneurs that watch this episode, and as times have been changing and evolving, especially after the COVID-19 lockdown, and let me just say in recent years, we've heard the Forex trading conversation become louder and louder in the country. And now I've recently been learning cryptocurrency, and it's because I'm forcing myself to evolve and learn and understand digital money, right? These goals that we are basing, and now we're sharing things on a life that we've lived for so many years that has become a habit. And here we are, on top of that, we are now saying there's a new way of how money is going to be, there's digital money coming. Can I achieve those things, for instance, trading?
So let's put out the disclaimer. Your traditional, conventional finance people, they don't like change. And that's a fact. They don't like it. That's why you will get people who are traditional and conventional saying crypto doesn't work. Forex trading is a scam. How is Forex trading a scam when there's foreign desks at banks? Because their job is to facilitate transactions, foreign transactions. Their job is to make sure that they get the foreign currency converted at the lowest rate that they can so that they can do what they need to do for their customers.
So it's people who are naughty who take advantage of the less knowledgeable, right?
Absolutely. It's people that don't want to allow people to open their minds to making money in manner they understand. Is there a risk? Absolutely. There's a risk in the stock market. If you had invested in the stock market and your goal was to withdraw right now, globally, the stock market down 20%. So let's be fair. You would have also taken a big knock.
Yeah.
You would need to shift your goalposts right now and wait for the market to correct. So there's a risk in all investments. Do you need to manage the risk? Absolutely. So how do you do it? It's by doing what is called asset allocation. It's by making sure that even though I'm going to go into Forex, I'm going to go into crypto, I have gone into other assets that have a better risk management strategy. I'm going into cash. I'm going into commodities. I'm going into bonds. Because what you got to do is to mitigate your own risk. And guys, investing is about risk management. The adage high risk, high return comes from that we need to incentivize people who take risks. That doesn't mean there's no risk just because we are promising you a high return. The risk is still there. Every investment, every way you're going to make money has a risk. Every way. People who thought even their businesses were not risky businesses, in COVID, they realized how risky their businesses are. Do you really think that Mr. Movie, what was it called? Mr. Movie, whatever, that movie house, block house where you could borrow movies.
Yeah.
At some point, they didn't think there was a risk. Boom came on demand. Boom came your Netflixes. And they were like, you are at risk.
Remember at some point we were using BlackBerry and PBM.
Do you understand? So everything is got a risk. What you got to do is to have a solid asset allocation strategy that speaks to your goals. What is an asset allocation strategy? You've got 500. Where are you putting and allocating every single rand? It needs to speak to your goals. So if you know you've got to achieve a certain goal at a certain amount, you've got to say, if I put my money into real estate, if I put my money into crypto, I go Forex with this amount of money, I do this with the amount of money, I do this with this. Will it still help me achieve the goals that I want? So of course trading is a way to make money. We're not going to sit here. People trade even in the stock market. So why are they acting like Forex trading all of a sudden is now something that shouldn't be happening? Trading in cryptocurrency is something. Guys, what is the difference? If we're being fair, let's have a fair
and that's what I've also just learned. There's also other, because I'm a long time investor in crypto, right?
Yes.
I buy and hold, which is what they call hodlers.
Absolutely.
But I've just realized there's actually other people who make money quicker in crypto by trading it.
Short little trades. So you see, you make money you buy your crypto, you wait for the market, you look at what the market, you analyze the market. You're looking at sentiment, you're looking at price, you're looking at economic issues that are happening around the world that could potentially affect the sentiment of the market that you've invested in, right? That makes you a long-term investor. There's somebody who's doing that in the stock market. There are long-term stock holders. There are people doing that in real estate. But people also flip houses. I buy a house today, I flip it tomorrow. I buy, literally, I look at what's happening in South Africa and I'm like, no. Tomorrow we are hearing the Reserve Bank may potentially change the interest rates. What will it do to the rand? against the dollar. I open a position. It does exactly that. I make my profit, I move on with my life. That's trading. Why are people making it? And that's my thing is, yes, in a country where we don't have enough people working, and perhaps income is a big problem, in a country like that, you do want people to go the conventional route. You do want people to go where there's a little bit more safety, where there is a long history of risk management. Of course you do, because you want people, for instance, we want people to retire comfortably in this country. And the only way we do that is by starting to foster those good money management rules that include saving safely, investing safely, where you are managing the risks. But what we cannot take away from people is that there are strategies where you can have money allocated to those safety nets, to those safe investments that are relatively safe. And because there's nothing safe, that are relatively safe, you can balance this thing out. And you can allocate a portion of your money and say, I want to trade crypto. I want to use this money to trade working Forex. I'm willing to take the risk. What's the problem? So yes, your goals can be achieved because it's about putting together a strategy that works. Putting the strategy that manages risk. Putting the strategy that works for you. Because there are people, Sbu, let's be fair. And we're going to sound very privileged right now. There are people who will lose 100,000 trading crypto. Trading Forex, and it's not a thing to their lives. Then there's somebody else who, even if they lose 1,000 rand, it's a big deal. Those two people need to have different type of strategies because their risk appetite is different. Their resource allocation looks different. So we do need to go to the one who loses 1,000 rand and say to them, if you go into here, there is a possibility of a loss. Are you willing to take the loss? No, sharp, let's do an asset allocation with you. On this 1,000 rand, let's not throw it only into Forex. Let's not throw it only into crypto. Let's not throw it only into the stock market. Let's diversify. Let's make sure you're putting your money into different types of baskets so that when one market is doing badly, another may carry the market. And it's not just diversifying in asset classes only. You can, in different asset classes. It could also be diversifying within an asset class. You could say in the stock market, I'm actually going to invest in or trade your local shares, local JSE listed shares, or I'm going to go offshore. You can take it even further and say, actually, I'm going to diversify across industries. So I'm going to go banking sector. I'm going to go tech. I'm going to go food. I'm going to go resources. So the diversification needs to speak to you. But it is also important that when we don't have information, let's seek information. Let's not sit back and say, mina ezizangizazi, akusizinto zami. Find out. Rather say no to something that you actually know and understand, and there's support that can help you in doing so. There are people who, and this is why I every time I go into spaces where I'm speaking to the financial services sector, I get upset with a lot of them. Because I'm saying to them, you studied. You understand this better than Nicolette. Why are you not putting information out? Why are you not sharing information to our people? It is upsetting that people who work in the finances sector, who understand this better than me and you, are not doing their part. We want to change South Africa. We want to change the landscape of South Africa. Then we got to open people's eyes. People get scammed in Forex not because they are stupid. It's because they have not been given enough information to be able to identify a scam immediately when they see it.